Actually, EMAS, I think, is a good option for a lot of airports, more so than they think. So far, obviously, I think the first driver that everybody thinks of for EMAS, or maybe the only driver they think for EMAS, is to meet regulations because they have a substandard RESA or runway safety area. But the reality is there are other opportunities where an EMAS can have a positive impact for an airport. An example is, again, if an airport has the appropriate length RSAs or RESAs, well, in the States, I'm sorry, in the States, you're allowed to have 1,000-foot RSAs is what the FAA wants. With the FAA, you're allowed to take your RSAs down to 600 feet, which is the minimum requirement for undershoot protection. And then in that 600-foot RSA, put a 70-knot EMAS bed at the back of it. That is considered a standard EMAS as defined as a standard EMAS by the FAA, and is seen as equivalent to 1,000 feet, so just as good as 1,000 feet. The value to an airport to make that change is that on each end, they'd pick up 400 feet of runway, or a total of 800 feet of runway, which very quickly you can see how that would start to potentially lead to increased capacity, which should be directly related to increased revenue for an airport. Another opportunity would be is if an airport does have a substandard RSA, and they have done you go through the feasibility study, and the best answer in a lot of times, or in times, can be an EMAS, because you could have environmental impacts that are heavy. And with an EMAS, the work you have to do now has a smaller footprint, so your environmental impact is smaller. Some other values that sort of are asides but are still important to think about is a standard RSA, even if paved, will vary in its stopping capability based on the weather. Is it frozen? Is it muddy? Is it paved and is it flooded because it's a heavy rainstorm? So that has a varying degree of stopping capability, where an EMAS is just consistent all through that. If it's a 70-knot bed for a 767 or a 737, it's a 70-knot bed, whether it's freezing cold, horrendously hot, there's 2 feet of snow on the top of it. It's ready to go, and it will engage the aircraft, or the aircraft will engage it with the same predicted performance. So there's actually some nuances to it, is a little strong, but it's not strictly, I got to meet regulation. Oh, that's the only time I should think of EMAS. There are some other opportunities where EMAS can have a very positive impact on the airport.